What's up, people? Welcome to another episode of Finally Financial. And in today's episode, we are going to be talking about 10 ways to protect your financial info. I think it's very important. Most people know 2 or 3 different ways to protect their financial info. We're going to go more into depth. We're going to go 10 ways you can protect your financial info. And the more of these you do, the better protected you will be. Now, with identity theft, data breaches, and spyware becoming increasingly commonplace, it's more important than ever to safeguard your financial information, especially if you conduct most of your financial business online, as most of us do. So with that being said, let's get started. The first way I believe that you can protect your financial info is to secure your hardware. So keep the security protocols up to date. Make sure your security software is never turned off. Log out of your accounts when finished, and password protect your devices. This is huge because not a whole lot of people realize that your hardware is one of the most increasing ways that people can get a hold of your financial information, and you don't want that. So you want to make sure that your hardware is protected off top. Number 2, be aware of your public settings. Know where you are. Never use an unsecured Wi-Fi connection for anything that requires a password. Let me say that again. Never ever use an unsecured Wi-Fi connection for anything that requires a password, and keep your RFID enabled cards in an RFID blocking wallet. RFID stands for radio frequency identification. Make sure it's in a blocking wallet so that no one can scan that and get that information. Number 3, this is something that a lot of people know and do. Change your passwords. The third way to protect your financial info is to change your passwords. Reset your financial login passwords every 90 days, 60 days if you're just anxious like that. And don't use the same password for more than one account. I've been guilty of that in the past, but I've since corrected that, and you should too. Again, don't use the same password for more than one account, or the accounts become increasingly easy to be hacked. The fourth way to protect your financial information is to secure your apps. So you want to turn on the security settings for all apps related to your finances and choose the highest security setting available. The fifth way to protect your financial info is to encrypt your data. So this is something not everybody does. Use a secure browser and always look for the data encryption lock icon in the status bar before entering a password. Number 6, limit social sharing. Don't give criminals the answers to financial challenge questions like your pet's name, your mother's maiden name, or your favorite band. Just, if you're using those things as passwords, don't put them on social media or, any places that you frequent publicly, or frequent any places you go frequently on social media. Just Don't do it. Or if you do it, don't use those as passwords. Number 7, the seventh way to protect your financial info is to protect your papers. That means keep your financial documents in a secure location and shred everything you no longer need before you get rid of it. I would make sure that my financial information is either in a safe deposit box or a steel lock, with a key, something of that nature. But that's where you want to have all of your financial documents. The 8th way to protect your financial information is to check your credit. Look carefully for any activity that isn't yours on your credit. This is something that a lot of people do because it's been harped upon. It's one thing that you can easily do or easily remember to do, at least. So a lot of people generally do this, and they generally, but you want to check your credit often. You know, I would say at least once a quarter, once every 3 months. Make sure you check your credit, make sure everything on there is stuff that you actually are involved in and it pertains to you. If not, dispute it, call the different credit agencies and let them know that, hey, this is not me. Now, the 9th way to protect your financial information is to secure your credit. So if you think you're vulnerable to identity theft, place a fraud alert or security freeze on your credit reports. If you think some kind of way you went out of town and somebody may have had the opportunity to get your information, or it could be in town. Maybe you lost some vital information. You lost your social security card, you misplaced it, passport, ID. Okay, secure that information by placing a fraud alert on your credit report, or maybe a security freeze on your credit report. Now, the 10th way to protect your financial information is to read your statements. Most people get statements and they just throw them away. Bank statements, credit card statements, read them. Review your credit card statements, your bank statements every month, and report any unfamiliar charges or claims. Now, it could get monotonous because you read them every month for 2 years and it's nothing, so you may get complacent. Don't do it. Generally, when you get complacent is when you let your guard down. You don't want to let your guard down. Okay? So read your statements every month so that you can better protect your financial info, credit card info, bank info. Now, these are just my 10 ways to protect your financial info. But there are other ways as well, and other people may have different ways that you can also take advantage of. But definitely take advantage of these 10 ways, and you will be well protected. And your financial info will be that much more guarded, and you can sleep that much better at night. This has been the Finally Financial Podcast. I'm your host, Erik T. Jackson. I hope this helps you out. Until next time, until next episode. Peace.